What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Saturday, and usually on Saturday we have Saturday tournaments, but currently right now for Saturday tournaments you cannot use Steam stage cards, and by the title of the video above me, we know that we're testing for Worlds, and by testing for Worlds we can't actually play in tournaments, which is a downside. Why is there a spinning wheel on my mouse? I'll move that way right now. Okay, it's gone. Whatever. But today we're going to play one, if not the most popular deck going into Worlds, and that is going to be a Night March deck. Alright, and we're actually looking at our friends Justin Ayers' list. It's a little bit different. I think I changed like maybe 2 cards off it. I can't remember exactly what I changed, but we built the deck kind of together, and during day 2 of Nationals, he made it all the way to the last round, lost to Nick Robinson, who obviously ended up winning Nationals. If he would have won, he would have made top 8 of U.S. Nationals. Would have been amazing, but still, making that far into the tournament was really, really amazing. So today, we're going to change his list just a little bit. I don't think you actually need Best Queen anymore in Night March. I know it's needed for Jolteon and other stuff, but we have new cards in Steam Sage to help us get around Jolteon. There's a motorcycle outside my house. But let's go over the deck and let's see what's it about. And what we're going to do today is we're going to play 3 straight games with this deck. If we win, and we win. If we lose, we lose. We'll just play 3 straight. I'm not going to stop recording. We're going to see what happens. Can we win some games or not? Now, Night March, we know what this does. 20 damage times the amount of Pokemon discard pile, and Shaymin to help set up. Nothing else really needed. Battle Compressor, not a new card. Discard 3 cards from your deck. 1 Escape Rope. Each player switches their active Pokemon, which is really nice. Get you around Jirachi, then Lysandre back up, and then knock it out. Because Jirachi Stardust is a downside of this deck, but will be okay, I'm pretty sure. 2 Pokemon Catcher, which is really, really great. You don't have to use Lysandre to bring a Pokemon. You can just use Pokemon Catcher, flip a coin. If heads, bring Pokemon off the bench. I know this one says switch automatically. It is an old catcher, but you had to flip a coin now. And this is great because if you need to use like Teammates or In or Sycamore, you can rely on catcher flips, which is really, really nice. 4 Puzzle Times. Use any 2 cards in your discard pile. 1 Special Charge, which is a new card from Steam Sage. Now, shuffle 2 Special Energy cards from your discard pile into your deck, which is great. All we play in this deck is 4 DCEs, so we can shuffle 2 DCs from your discard pile back into your deck and not have to use Puzzle Time, but you still can use Puzzle Time if you don't have it in your hand for the turn. 1 Megaphone to get all tool cards off your opponent's Pokemon, with like Fighting Fury Balance and maybe a Float Stone of Garbodor. 1 Target Whistle to bring a Pokemon out of the discard pile from your opponent's side of the field. I mean, your opponent takes a Pokemon out of your opponent's discard pile, it puts it onto the bench, which then you can Lysandre up or Catcher to take a knockout, which is really nice. 1 Town Map to see your prize cards, which is very, very useful, especially if you prize like a bunch of Night Marchers and or DCEs. 4 Trainers Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 via Seekers. We know what this does. 1 Hex Maniac to shut down abilities into the end of your opponent's turn. 1 Lysandre Pokemon off the bench. Now, this is still a good card. If we flip Double Tails, we can still bring up Lysandre. If we get a guaranteed knockout, of course we're going to use Lysandre. 1 in, both players shuffle their hands and deck and draw a card for each prize card remaining. 1 Pokemon Ranger, which is another new card. Remove all effects of attacks on each player's and his or her. Oh my goodness, remove all effects of attacks on each player's and his or her Pokemon, which is really good because one of the downsides of this deck was maybe like Size Toad, but now you can Pokemon Ranger, be able to use your item cards, maybe put a bunch of Battle Compressors, use a bunch of Battle Compressors, put stuff in the discard pile, which is really, really good. If you play one of these cards, you can hit it. You'll be A-okay. Also with Giratina has Chaos Wheel, makes it where you can't play your special energies, but now you can do that, which is really nice as well. But these cards are cool, and the main thing as well is Jolteon. Jolteon makes it where basic Pokemon cannot hurt them, but Pokemon Ranger can get rid of that. With all these things is why Ranger is so good, and that's why we play it in the deck. 2 Sycamore, discard your hand, draw 70 cards. I know we're playing a low count of Sycamores, but we'll be A-okay. 1 Teammates, get 2 cards out of your deck, only if Pokemon's knocked out during your opponent's last turn. So any 2 cards out of your deck. It could be 2 Puzzle Times to get 2 cards out of your discard pile. 1 Xerosic, discard a tool or specialty card in play. 3 Dimension Valley to make your Psychic Pokemon's attacks cost 1 less, which is great for Pumpkaboo, because Pumpkaboo needs a 3 energy attack, but now with Dimension Valley it needs 2. 2 Fighting Fury Balance to give Pokemon 40 more HP and 10 more damage. 1 Float Stone of 4 DC. Like I said, the deck is not nothing new. We only have 2 new cards, Special Charge and Pokemon Ranger, which I think is great. Pokemon Ranger for sure. Now we could beat Giratina, we could beat Jolteon, we could beat Sizer decks pretty easily, which is very, very nice. So let's hit the save button. And let's bring 3 games. Yes, that's fine. Okay. All right, your new deck Night March is ready to play. So let's go to Versus. and we're going to see what's going to happen. So let's click that Night March. Let's click play. We're going to keep on going, and let's see, what are we going to gain? Number 1, we are playing against X-T-Bomb, playing a Water and a Fighting deck. So Garchomp deck, most likely, which probably plays like Focus Sash, but we have the Megaphone, so we'll see what happens. Call heads like always, and it's a tail, so we lost a coin flip. My opponent is probably going to go first. That doesn't really matter. We'll just take... It doesn't really matter if we go first, second, as long as we start with a Joltik and or a Pumpkaboo. Now, we could start a Shaymin, but we play the Float Stone and the Escape Rope, which is really nice. Going to our opponent's turn, let's see what's going to happen. Alright, so, like, look at this opening hand. We have Pumpkaboo, Compressor, Fighting Fury Belt, DCE, like... We're already looking really good. Dimension Valley, or not Dimension Valley, Trainers Mail, try to dig for that Dimension Valley. Maybe another Battle Compressor. So let's press done, and let's see what is our opponent playing. There is a Hawlucha. Alright, so we don't care too much about Hawlucha with the Flying Press. It only hurts EX Pokemon, so not that big of a deal. Alrighty. The only bad thing about our hand right now is we have a Puzzle Time, which we might have to discard. We see an Ultra Ball. My opponent's going to discard 2 cards from his hand, discarding a Strong and a Professor Letter, which obviously means he plays Carbing. Like, why would you be discarding energy if you're not playing Carbing? Remember, hitting the field, okay. So it looks like it's going to be a non-EX deck. So it's going to be non-EX versus non-EX. Okay, so pass onto our turn. That's great. We get a Xerosic, okay. We'll Compressor. And with Compressor, we'll discard 3 Lampets. Alright, so that's good. So right now we're doing 20, 40, 60 with a Fighting Fury Belt at 70, which will knock out the active. So Fighting Fury Belt, Dimension Valley, looking for Dimension Valley with Trainers Mail. There's a Puzzle of Time. So we could double puzzle. Yeah, so we're gonna got Puzzle Time. We're going to double puzzle. Alright. We'll put 2 cards in from our deck, or from our discard deck. We'll discard, we'll get Compressor and Trainers Mail. Okay. I'll probably say that wrong, but we'll Compressor, discard 3 cards out of our deck. We'll discard a Lampet. And let's see, we could discard... Let's see, is Megaphone in here? That's my main thing. Looks like Megaphone is prized, which is bad, but we should be able to get a knockout. We'll discard a Compressor, and we'll discard Hex Maniac. We'll discard those 3. We'll Trainers Mail, look at the top 4 cards of our deck. There is a... Oh, we do have Megaphone in the deck. What am I talking about? We have Catcher, okay. I'm going to grab a Catcher. No, let's just press done, put a DCE, and let's just use Sycamore, discard our hand, draw on 70 cards. We're looking for a Dimension Valley or an Ultra Ball, and hey, there's a Dimension Valley and an Ultra Ball. So we got both of those. We'll put that down, put this down, and we will use a Night March for the knockout, doing 90 damage total, right? Yeah, 90. And we'll go down to 5 prize cards. That's, that's how good Night March is. Now, if we wanted to, we could discard 2 more Pokemon, done 60 more HP, 6 more damage. We could have maybe Ultra Ball now to get more cards out of our deck, and then use Shaymin. There's a Silent Loud coming down above our Dimension Valley, which is kind of bad because we have a Shaymin in our hand and Ultra Ball. We see Ultra Ball discarding a Via Seeker, and I don't know whether this card is, but there's an Auxiliary. So we see Abyssal Hand drawn 5 new cards, and the question is, can my opponent find somebody or not? So Auxiliary coming down the field, okay. Abyssal Hand going to draw up to 5 cards. Alrighty, so 5 cards going to their hand, and let's see, what do they find? Can they find another Pokemon or not? If they don't, then they're going to lose the game. There is a Gibble coming down. Brigetti Spaghetti going to search for 3 Pokemon. Maybe a Carbing, and another Gibble. No, 3 okay, so 2 Gibbles and a Remoraid, okay. And there's a Focus Sash going out to one of the Gibbles. And to pass onto our turn, we get a Trainers Mail. So a Trainers Mail, look at the top 4 cards of our deck. We grab a Megaphone. We won't play it right now. We'll keep it in our hand. The question is, do we just Night March the active to knock it out? My opponent has 2 cards in their hand, and they can't use Abyssal Hand next turn. So, yeah, I know we have to touch a DC, because we don't have enough energies right now. So we'll DC the active. We'll use Night March for the knockout, do 90. We'll go down to 4 prize cards. And let's see, what are the 2 cards in my opponent's hand? There's an N, which could be good for us next turn if we get a bat, if my opponent does knock us out somehow. And let's see, what does my opponent do? Does he bring it to Gibble? If he brings it to Gibble, he probably has something in his hand. So let's see, on to my opponent's turn. What are his 2 cards? Like a Karina, maybe? I don't know if Garchomp knocks us out immediately. But there's a Karina. Gonna get 2 cards out of his deck. Okay. He could get something like a Love Ball, maybe to get an Artillery out. That could be something. Maybe a Gabite and Love Ball. He thinks like his Gibble is safe or something. And maybe, I don't know. We'll see what the Karina gets him. It could get him a Rare Kitty Garchomp. So that makes sense why he discarded the Strong Energy, because you get that back with that. So you see Ultra Ball and something else. I'm not sure what the other card was. Okay, so Ultra Ball discarding a Sacred Ash and a Fighting Stadium. Okay. And this will probably get an Octillery. I don't know. Can we see the other card he got? Oh, he got a Garchomp and Ultra Ball. So there's an Octillery coming to his hand. Octillery coming down, and he's going to best hand up to 5 cards. Now the question is, can he find this rare candy or not to get the Garchomp out? And if he does, I think he might take a knockout. I think he does 60 exactly, but he needs a strong energy because we have 100 HP, so he's not knocking us out regardless, which is great. So rare candy into bench Garchomp. Okay. Right now we're only doing 90, which is not a knockout. And on to our turn, what do we get? We get a Trainers Mail. So let's use a Pokemon Catcher trying to bring up the Octillery heads. We'll bring up the Octillery, which is what I want to do. We'll Trainers Mail, look at top of our deck. We will grab a Fighting Fear Belt. Yeah, that seems great. We'll put down the Pumpkaboo, and we will go for a Night March for the knockout. Okay, we'll go down to 3 price cards. We're looking good right now, so 90 damage. We'll go down to 3. There is a special charge. We can shuffle some DCs back to our deck. Wait, never mind. We don't have any DCs in our discard pile. If our opponent takes a knockout, then I can use it. Alright, so into our opponent's turn. Let's see. Do they find a strong energy or not? Turbo Assault. We'll do 60. Okay, so I'm not too concerned. There's a DC, strong energy going to the active. Muscle Man going to the active as well. And a Karina going to search for an item card and another fighting Pokemon. Let's see what my opponent decides to get. Now, he discarded his Sacred Ash. The question is, does he play another one? If he does it, then we're A-okay. We don't have to worry about another one coming down. So we see Garchomp and a Megaphone. So that is going to knock us out. He's going to do 6, 8, 10, minus it. It's a knockout. So there we go. And, yeah. So Turbo Assault's going to do 80 damage. Going to attach energy from his discard pile to one of his Pokemon. Now, the question is, do we top deck Dimension Valley? If we top deck Dimension Valley, would be A-okay. So we see strong energy going to that guy. Let's set a Pumpkaboo. He'll go down 5 price cards, and let's see what's going to happen. On to our turn. We get a Sycamore. Wow, that's a great top deck. So on a Megaphone, discard the tools off the field. We'll special charge. Get 2 DCs back into our deck. There we go. We will Ultra Ball, discard Ultra Ball and the N. And with this, we're gonna grab a Joltik, just in case we do miss it somehow. Well, we actually don't have enough Pokemon to discard pile. We're doing how much are we doing? 4, 8, no, 20, 40, 60, 80, so, no, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, there we go. Wait, no, what am I doing? Yeah, 100 damage right now. Alright, so I'm going to Joltik down, and we'll Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 70 cards. Let's see, what do we find? Alright, so there's the Dimension Valley. We'll put down Pumpkaboo. We will Compressor. So we're doing 100, 120. Oh, no, we don't have enough. No, max we're going to do right now is 120. We'll discard the other Compressor as well. Oh, no, we whiffed it just barely. All right, so put down the Dimension Valley, put down the DCE, and we'll go for the Night March. Not enough for a knockout. That's the sad part. We'll do 120, I'm pretty sure if I did the math right. Yep, 120. I guess we must price some Night Marches. Wait, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6, 7. Yeah, we're missing some Joltiks for sure. Yeah, only 2 in play. So we have two Joltiks price, which sometimes does happen with Night March, which is a bad problem. But we'll see what happens. I'm still feeling fairly confident. My opponent could maybe knock us out, but we could put down the Pumpkaboo, be a Seeker for a Sycamore. I guess I should have discarded Teammates, but they receive Garchomp and a Lucario being discarded. Now the Lucario being discarded could be the could help us win the game. So we see Focus Edge going to that guy, because what we can do is we can potentially take a knockout this turn. That card coming down, okay, alrighty. And if we can target whistle the Lucario and then Lysandre up, we can win the game. So there we see a knockout with 60 damage. Yep, because the strong energy. I keep forgetting about that. Now, on to my turn. I think I want to send it the Joltik and see what happens. I think that'd be fine. Yeah, let's go Joltik. Let's see what happens. On to our turn. What do we get? We get a Teammates. Hey, there we go. There's the top deck we needed. So we'll Teammates. We'll grab 2 cards out of our deck. We'll grab Shaymin and a DCE. Alright, so we'll grab those 2. We'll put down Pumpkaboo. And we'll Shaymin set up for 3 new. No, let's just put the DCE down and then we'll Shaymin set up for 4 new cards, okay? So Shaymin coming down. Yes, we'll set up for 6 cards in our hand. And let's see, what do we find? There's Puzzle Time, Escape Rope. Ooh, well, we don't have anything yet that I really need with Puzzle Time. I really need to find this Target Whistle, which is not in our discard pile. Oh, no. Alright, so we will Night March for the knockout. Alright. We'll go down to 2 price cards. We're looking fairly good. So there's a Joltik coming down, which we know we have another one in the deck. The question is, can we find can we find a target whistle or not? Now, what we could do next turn is maybe double puzzle. I don't know, we'll see. There's a Garchomp coming down. We'll see what happens. If opponent ends us or not, what do we top deck? There's a lot of different scenarios that can happen. We see energy going to that guy. We see Karina. So no, nothing coming out yet. Let's see. What can we do? We can via Seeker for a Teammates. Get 2 cards out of our deck, which could be a target whistle. And do we go to Pumpkaboo route or do we go Joltik route? That's the real question. Lucario's weak to Psychic, correct? He is weak to Psychic. Okay, so he's going to knock us out, whatever. Okay, that's fine. I think we're going to be okay, though. We might go for some catcher flips. Alright, so let's hit a Pumpkaboo. How many catchers are discard pile? 1 catcher. So yeah, let's hit a Pumpkaboo and let's see what happens. We might be able to pull this off onto our turn. I'm going to try to win right now. Oh my goodness, a top deck. Alright, so we're a target whistle. Let's see. We got target whistle. Bring out Lucario. We can. Yeah, we have the game. No, wait. Hold on. Let me see. So yeah, target whistle for Lucario. We can double puzzle. All right, we'll put 2 cards in discard pile back in our hand. We'll grab a DCE. All right. I just realized that we had the game, so we'll grab a DCE, and we will grab a Dimension Valley. Okay. We'll put down the DCE. We'll put down Dimension Valley. We will be a Seeker for Lysandre. And we will bring out the Lucario for the knockout. And we can hit Weenius. There we go. So there we go. There's the game. Alright, it took me a second to realize how we're going to win. And there we go. There's Night March round number 1. We'll play 2 more games with the deck. Don't worry. How much are we doing? 320 damage. Wow. So there's a Pokémon Ranger and a Joltik. I'm glad we were not playing against Toad because our Giratina, we would have lost that because our Ranger was prized. So sometimes it's a downside. It looks like our game froze. What's happening? Come on, Pokemon. Help me out here, buddy. Alright, what am I? Okay, give me a second and we'll figure out how to do this. Hold on, let me turn this off. Let's turn this off. Oh, wrong button. Hold on, there we go. Alright. So I'm gonna cancel out Pokemon real quick. Alright, so we'll cancel out a Pokemon. We're logging it back on. I don't want to show my username and stuff. But we'll see what happens. Game number 2, we did win that game. That was pretty cool. I felt fairly confident. I mean, regardless, we weren't playing against that really competitive a deck. But when he discarded that Lucario, I was like, oh, we got the win now. We just gotta discard. We got knock out enough Garchomps and then knock out that Lucario. So kind of a loading data from server. Please wait. Don't worry. We're all waiting right now. And so far, it's, what, 17 minutes? Not too bad. We'll see what happens in the next game. Usually I do split the Saturday tournament, but we'll just play one big game and see what happens. I apologize that the Saturday tournaments aren't down. They're not down. You just can't play them. And also, Saturday tournaments are not tournaments. They're events now, which is pretty crazy. All right, so Ninja Boy being suspended. We know. All right, so let's turn this back on. All right, so here we go. We made it back. All right, so let's press play. Let's go to game number 2. I don't think it actually gave me the win. I didn't gain any points or whatever. But in game number 2, we're playing against the Unguided, playing a water, fire, psychic, and color stack. They have the advantage. We'll call heads like always. And let's see what's... Oh, it's Tails. Do you see how the Tails was right? Do you see that Tails? I saw the Tails. All right, so they're choosing who goes first. My opponent... Oh, we're actually going to go first. Okay. All right. Oh, no. We killed the lose, potentially. All right, so let's go, Shaymin. Hopefully top deck something. This is sometimes the downside of playing Night March. Right now, our hand is really bad. So, there's a Volcarona. Hey, top deck. All right, so we'll put down Joltik. We'll Compressor. We'll discard a Lampent. A Sycamore. If I can find a Sycamore, there we go. We'll discard Lampent, Sycamore. And then maybe a Teammates. So we do have a Lampent price. But if he takes a knockout next turn, we can maybe use Teammates, which is great. So we'll put those 3. We'll Hex Maniac to shut down abilities. And then we'll pass on to our opponent's turn. Alright, so there we go. Now we Hex them turn 1, so they can't use their Steam Up attack. They can't do other stuff, which is great. Next we have Escape Rope, maybe send a Shape, and maybe send a Joltik. Scorched Earth coming down. Alrighty. And I wonder what he's paying Volcarona with. So there's an Ultra Ball discarding 2 cards from his hand. There's an Ultra Ball and a Pokemon Ranger. Alrighty. See, everybody plays Pokemon Ranger. The other Volcanion, I think it's that Volcarona. It's definitely Volcanion. But Volcanion coming down, okay. Fighting Fury going down to the active. We see a Scorched Earth discarding Fire Energy, drawing 2 cards. And do we see a Blacksmith? Now, he has 220 HP, whatever, still not too bad. He's also a fire and water type. Fire and water type, which doesn't hit his weakness, but there's an N. Alright, there we go. Alright, saved by the end. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so see Fire Energy go to the active and onto our turn. Okay, so we get. Oh my. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we'll DC a Joltik. Fighting for both the active. We'll Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. I never discarded DCE, but whatever. We'll grab a Pumpkaboo. Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8. 160. So great. I'll grab Pumpkaboo, put that down, and we'll Shaymin set up for 7 new cards. He has 180 HP, correct? Oh man, that's bad. Alright, so we'll Shaymin set up for 7 new cards. I guess we could have went for a Sky Return. We'll Trainers Mail, look at top 4 cards of our deck. We will grab an Ultra Ball. Okay. We'll Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2, and with this we're getting another Shaymin. Okay, so come to me, Shaymin 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I actually can do enough damage and the next turn knock him out if with like a Megaphone. So put that down, play down Shaymin, set up for some new cards. We're looking for Escape Rope. We're not looking for Escape, we're looking for a Float Stone. That's the main thing. Alright, so they're in Town Map. Let's look at our prize cards. There is no Float Stone, but double Puzzle Time, which is great. I'm actually fine double Puzzle being in the discard pile right now. Alright, prize cards. So we'll discard Lampent and double Joltik, okay. We will Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2, and with this, we'll grab another Pumpkaboo. And we will VS. Okay, is there any Night Marchers in here? There's a Lampent. Okay, that's not good. So VS Seeker for a Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alrighty. And let's see, what can we find? Can we find that Float Stone or not? So, no! We did! Okay, good. So we got the Float Stone. So right now we're doing 3, 6, 7, so 140, 150, but next turn we can't Sky Return if we need to. So we're retreating to Joltik. We will Night March for 150. Alright, so that end saved us. Like, it definitely did save us. Alright, so to our opponent's turn. If they take a knockout this turn, we can VS Seeker for like a Teammates, get out like a DCE or something. We can get like a DC and a Megaphone. They receive Max Elixir, gonna look at the top 6 cards of their deck. Gonna put a Fire Energy onto that Volcanion. Fighting for going to the Volcanion as well. And there's a Steam Up, gonna make his attacks do 20 more damage. Okay. And let's see what else it does. My opponent have VS Seeker for an end, so both players will shuffle the hand deck and get 6 new cards. We didn't take a prize card just yet. And can my opponent find anything? If they can't, we'll just go for a Night March to knock out the active. Alright, so there's a Megaphone, which we really don't care about too much right now. Scorcher's coming down, which we don't care about either. He can't. Okay, Escape Rope. We'll set up this guy. I don't think he can knock us out, really. Power Heater, 20. Choose 2 of your bench Pokemon, attach a Fire Energy to him. Shaymin coming down. Yes, Shaymin coming down. Alright. I am fine with Shaymin coming down. Do we have a Lysandre in the discard pile? We do. Alrighty. So Volcanion coming down. Okay. Oh, another Volcanion basic. Okay. And yeah, I'm just going to VS Seeker for Lysandre, bring up this guy, take a knockout. Float Stone, going down to Shaymin. Okay. And Power Heater for 6 damage, 20, 30. Oh, plus 30 more. Sorry. I forget it's plus 30, not plus 20. But Fire and Fire. It looks like he's going for the Steam Artillery attack. But, ooh, Catcher time. Come on, Catcher, baby. And heads. There we go. We'll bring in the Volcanion. We will retreat into the Joltik, and we will Night March for the knockout. Alrighty, there we go. Catcher coming in clutch. So 150 damage, 300 total. We'll take double. Oh, we'll take not Catcher, double Puzzle. Okay, so Puzzle's coming to our hand. Next turn. Oh, he could go for a Sky Return right now, which I don't know if that's really that useful. But we could. Okay, there's an end. We'll go down to 4 prize cards, but we have double Puzzle in our deck. Okay. How many VS Seekers? 2 VS Seekers. Okay, so we're going to shuffle hands deck, get 40 cards. There's a Compressor, VS Seeker. Okay, so we're looking good. There's a Max Elixir. Oh, man. We top deck a Puzzle will be really, really good. So Fire Energy going to that guy. Okay. Scorched Earth, discarding card, drawing 2 cards. Let's see. He can go for Steam Artillery, which I'm not too concerned about. 100 damage to our Joltik, whatever. We can knock him out pretty easily next turn, I'm pretty sure. We just got to find a 170. I think we might be able to hit 170. 3, 6, 7, 8. No, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 160. We need a fighting for belt to knock out the active if we don't hit our whatever. But onto our turn, we get a Escape Rope. We could go for VS Seeker for Teammates to get 82 card for like a DCE and a Puzzle Time. No. I know what we're doing. We're gonna VS Seeker. for Teammates. We're going to Teammates for double puzzle. Alright, so we'll get one puzzle and what was the other card? Megaphone, there we go. So we'll grab these two. We'll Megaphone to discard all the tools off my opponent's side of the field. We will then double puzzle. Alright, put 2 cards in our deck. We will grab a DCE and a Dimension Valley. There's the DCE. Did I pass Dimension Valley? There it is. I know I saw one in the discard pile, so we'll grab those 2. We will Compressor, discard more cards out of our deck. We'll discard Pokemon Ranger. That seems pretty useless. Ultra Ball and Xerosic. Alright, everything else seems pretty good that I want to draw into, so discard those 3. We'll DC this guy. Retreat into the Pumpkaboo. Put down Dimension Valley, and we'll knock it out. Now, opponent can return it, retaliates, but they need a Blacksmith. So, Night March for the knockout. Let's see, what can we get out of our prize cards? 160. There we go. We will grab a Trainers Mail, so that way we can try to hit something for sure if he does, and it's down to 3. So, Volcanion coming up. Hold our opponent's turn. I think we have enough Night Marchers and Puzzle Times. Yeah, 2 Puzzle Times left. 2 Night Marchers. Okay, so there's an end. We'll go down to 2 prize cards, but he cannot attack us this turn. He can do Power Heater, which does 20. We need some more Volcanions to knock us out. We get a DCE Fighting Belt and a Dimension Valley. There's a Max Elixir. Going to attach a Fighter G. Oh, maybe he looks at top 6 and attach a Fighter G from there onto a guy, which he does get. Okay. Super Rod. Going to shuffle 3 combination of Pokemon and Fire Energies. Okay, so let's see what does he decide to get. There's a Volcanion and 2 Fire Energies. Alrighty. And there's a Power Heater for 20. Going to touch a fire to both these guys, so 1 and 2. Alrighty. So in our turn, what do we get? We get a Pumpkaboo, which is great. We'll put down Pumpkaboo. We'll put down DCE. Put down Fighting for Belts. And we will Night March for the knockout. And with the Night March, with the knockout, I'm actually going to get Pokemon Catcher to try to knock out the Shaymin if he does somehow get a Fighting for Belt on this guy. Now, opponent could play Xerosic, discard the DCE, but he also can end us down to 2 cards. So it looks, both sides of the argument are pretty weird, but there's Sycamore, so no Xerosic. We also have a Sycamore left. We have a BS Seeker. We have 2 Puzzle Times. There's a Scorched Earth coming down, but we have Dimension Valley in our hand. Fire Energy goes to the active. And we'll probably see a Volcanion Heat for the knockouts. Scorched Earth, discarding 2 cards. Does he play Enhanced Him? That's the real question. Let's see. What does our opponent do? The Unguided one. Okay, no. Volcanic Heat for 130. Alright, so let's send a Pumpkaboo. We'll take a knockout. We have the Dimension Valley in our hand already. So in our turn, we get a Sycamore. Wow, that's even bad. But there's Dimension Valley. And we will Night March for 180 damage to knock out that Volcanion EX. Alrighty. So there's game 190. Sorry, we're fighting through belts. So there you go. There's game number 2 of the Night March deck. We'll play one more game with this deck. 28 minutes, whatever. A little bit long of a video, but there we go. We unlocked something else. We got a... I'm not even sure what we get. 150 tokens. There we go. So we'll press play, and let's see what happens in the next game. I'm sorry, drinking some water. Alright, it's kind of hot upstairs. Alright, so let's see what happens. Looking for opponent. Alright, we're good. Alright, so let's see what can happen in this third and final game. Will we finally take a loss or not? Will we get a donk? Will our opponent donk us? Will we see our opponent get scoop? We haven't seen our opponent scoop yet, which is pretty great. Usually when opponents play against Night March, they're like, Night March, and they just scoop. Like, they don't want to play against it. I can't blame them. It's a pretty bad deck to play against. But some Luca playing a weird deck, some grass, fairy, something. We'll call heads like always. It's a Tails. Do you see that? I saw it was going to be Tails. Okay. Alright, so they're choosing who goes first, and we're actually going to go first again. Very strange that we're going first. Alright, so we got Pumpkaboo, Joltik, blah, 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 whatever. We got a pretty good hand. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. This is a really, really good hand. Looks like they're choosing their starting Pokemon, and it's an unknown. Summon Ultra Ball, discard 1 to 2. We will grab a Shaymin. We will Compressor, discard 3 Lampents. 1, 2, 3. We will Compressor again. Looking for, a Trainers Mail for maybe another Compressor. Oh, there we go, another Compressor. Alright, so we'll grab another Compressor. We'll play that down. We'll Compressor, discard 1, 2, 3. Do we need to discard? Let's see what's in our discard pile. We're going to discard a Sycamore just in case we do have a supporter card if we need one. So, yeah, we'll discard those 3. We'll put down Joltik, and we will Shaymin set it for 5 new cards. Now, regardless, I'm not going to put the DC on turn number 1. I don't want my opponent to counter it with like a Xerosic or Enhanced Hammer as of right now. And I'm actually going to end my turn. Don't really do too much. I don't their opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. We can draw cards in Trainers Mail for 5 or for 4 and basically dig a little bit deeper, which is very nice. Because if we use Trainers Mail, we can theoretically draw the same top card again. So I really don't want to do that. We see Ultra Ball. Go and discard 2 cards from their hand. Alright. Discarding a Vespiquen and a Yanmega. So that's a Yanmega break deck. There's a Shaymin coming down. The question is, does he play Vileplume? If he plays Vileplume, he can lock us out of our item cards, obviously. But we see Shaymin setting up for 2 new cards, okay? 1 and 2. And even if he does play Vileplume, we have like teammates and other stuff in our hand. If he does take a knockout, there's a Yama coming down, okay? But the thing is, we can knock out a Shaymin easier than he can knock out us, so that's good. We haven't really knocked out. We haven't discarded too many Pokemon, so we should be okay. Acrobite, gonna discard a card. Discarding a DCE unknown coming down, okay? So it looks like a Yanmega break. Vespiquen deck or something, but we see a DC going out to Shaymin. He better find a Float Stone. Revitalizer being discarded. I still don't know if he's playing a. I mean, it looks like he's playing a Vileplume deck, but I'm not sure. Yanmega coming down. Feral Leather going to discard the unknown to draw a card. Okay. And there's a Combi coming down the field. All right. Compressor going to discard 3 cards out of his deck. Does he play Vileplume or not? That is the big, big question. We're going to showcase his deck off one day. Yanmega break Vileplume. I don't think it's that great for Worlds right now. Like, it's definitely an interesting deck, but it's definitely not better than Vespiquen Vileplume. That's definitely the better deck. But we see Compressor going to discard some Combis and Vespiquens. Okay. Alrighty. And let's see what else does our opponent do. Pass on to our turn. Let's see what do we get. There's a Trainers Mail. So Trainers Mail number 1. We'll grab a Lysandre. Oh, wait. No. We'll grab a Sycamore. I don't know. That's definitely a weird situation. We'll grab a Sycamore. We'll Trainers Mail. We'll grab a Dimension Valley. Oh, no. We should have grabbed the Lysandre. We'll grab Dimension Valley. Okay. Whatever. Put down Dimension Valley. Put down a DC on this guy. And we will Night March for the knockout. Man, if we kept the Lysandre, we could have knocked out Shaymin this turn. But we go down. Oh, we do 200 damage because of weakness. There we go. But we get a Ultra Ball. Okay. Once again, the question becomes, does my opponent play Vileplume? They don't. They were looking pretty good. DC going to Combi. Okay. Unknown coming down the field. And Yama coming down as well. Okay. Via Seeker for a Sycamore, going to discard their hand, drawn 7 new cards. Alright, so they discard a Combi. Still no sign of Gloom, Vileplume, Oddish. It'd be kind of hard to hide it that long. There's a Yanmega break coming down, which can do 100 damage straight up. What's his weak do? Lightning. Alright, perfect. I don't care too much. Alright, so there's Acrobite. Going to discard a card from look at top 2 cards. Discard 1, put the other hand. Forest of Giant Plants coming down, which we don't care about too much. We have Joltik. Unknown coming down. Okay. I guess we could have Xerosic last turn for that DCE. That probably would have been a smart play. But Feral Leather going to discard a card from the hand, draw a card, okay. But to actually activate Yanmega, he needs 4 cards in his hand, right? If you have exactly 4 cards in your hand, ignore all energy and attack costs of each base Pokemon. Yanmega, and there's a Barrier Break for 100 damage. Alright. So, he'll go down 5 prize cards, and on to our turn, we're going to send up Joltik. And let's see what happens. On to our turn, we get a Pumpkaboo, okay. So we're going to put down Pumpkaboo. Let's see. Let's put a DC in the active. Teammates. We will grab a, I guess a DC in Dimension Valley. No, let's grab DCE and Puzzle of Time. Yeah, that's what we'll grab. We'll grab DC and Puzzle of Time for the next turn. Okay. And we will Night March for the knockout. I know opponent can use like Shaymin to Sky Return, but whatever. We'll still be in the prize one for sure. So we'll go down 4 prize cards. We'll get an Ultra Ball, okay. Shaymin come up. He's going to go for Sky Return, whatever. We'll still be okay. Going to draw a card. I'm still feeling pretty confident. We see Trainers Mail. Look at the top 4 cards of his deck. The only downside, we might have to find like a Fighting Free Belt. Do we have one in the discard pile? We don't. Okay. If we had a Fighting Free Belt, we could Sky Return his Combi for the knockout. If he doesn't get out Vespiquen. Which is something we might have to do. I guess I maybe should have grabbed a Fighting Free Belt to prevent this from happening. Feral Leather, going to discard the unknown, draw a card, okay. He's going on 4 prize cards. But I'm still feeling pretty good. Sorry, drink break. I am. Alright, so this, a Jirachi Stardust. Okay, that could be very interesting. Okay, so we might have to watch out for that card. Muscle Man, going on Jirachi, okay. I think I'm going to try to knock out that Jirachi if I can. Compressor, going to discard 3 cards out of their deck, okay. Alright, this is definitely becoming fairly interesting now. I'm excited. So we see some cards being discarded, whatever. And let's see what happens. What does our opponent do? So Sky turn for 30. Going to take a knockout, going down to 4 prize cards. But like I said, I'm going to Lysandre the Jirachi, take a knockout while I can. Ooh, we could. Oh, man. We could take a knockout with Shaymin this turn. Get that off the field. My opponent can knock. Okay, that's. I think I'm fine with this. Let's set up Shaymin. Okay. On our turn, what we're going to do is we're going to double puzzle. Okay. We'll put 2 cards in the discard pile into our hand. We will grab a Teammates. And, I guess a Dimension Valley? Yeah, we could maybe grab DC. Yeah, let's grab another. No, we already have a DC in our hand. No, let's grab a DCE. That seems good. We will Teammates. We'll grab a Fighting Free Belt. And let's grab a Pokemon Catcher for potentially the next turn. Yeah. Oh no! Okay, no, we got it. Okay, I thought against Fighting Free Belt. I got so scared. So grab those 2. Ultra Ball, discard Ultra Ball, and a. No, let's discard Xerosic and N. Okay, with this, we'll get another Pumpkaboo out. Okay. We'll put down Pumpkaboo. We'll put a DC, and we'll Sky Return for the knockout. This way, we'll have our Shaymin in our hand. But we'll get the knockout as Comey as well. So there we go. We'll go down to 3 prize cards. And he can't bump us with Stardust. So we'll send up a Pumpkaboo. There we go. I think that's the best play. It was a little bit weird play, but hey, it worked out, I think. So under opponent's turn, they're going to draw a card, and let's see what they decide to do. We don't have a Dimension Valley, which I guess we should have probably grabbed, but I'm trying to catch up his Jirachi, which could be really great. So Trainers Mail, going to look at the top 4 cards of their deck. Going to grab a Lysandre, which is really not that useful right now. We don't care too much about that. There's an Ultra Ball discarding. If he discards, oh, no Shaymin. Alright, so Forest Giant Plants and an Ultra Ball. Okay. How many Forest Giant Plants is he down? He's down 2 Forest. Okay. 3 in play, so he has 1 more probably left. But if I put this game, oh no, we got to knock out the Jirachi next turn. So Yanmega going to their hand, okay. Do they have a break? And can they get down to 4 cards? Is the question. Birch, okay. Now Birch is going to flip a coin. Head's going to draw 7 cards. And the question is, can he play down to 4? If he can't, they're looking good. He can't take a knockout this turn, and we'll win the prize race. So Battle Compressor, going to discard 3 cards out of their deck, okay. Alright, so let's see what does my opponent decide to discard. So, ooh, some Shaymins. There we go. We can target with those guys out into the field. Alright, that's what I like to see. Alright, so I'm fine now. Alright, we're going to go for the Sketcher. Try to bring him Jirachi, Ultra Ball. There's a DC going to that guy. Don't care about that. Does he have a Yanmega break is my main question. If he doesn't have Yanmega break, it will be A-okay. Ultra Ball discarding a, hold on, wait for it. A Yanmega and a Yanmega, okay. For a Vessel Queen, which is pretty much useless. I guess he can revitalize it. Nope, just a pass onto our turn. Alright, so we get a Hex Maniac. I'm going to try to catch her, bring up that Jirachi, and heads. There we go. We'll bring up that Jirachi. DC the active, Fighting Free Belt, Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. We'll grab a Joltik. And now we're just looking for a Dimension Valley. So we'll grab Joltik. We'll put down the Joltik. We will Shaymin, set up for 4 new cards. Okay. Alright, so things are looking great. I was kind of concerned. Well, I wasn't really concerned. I was just kind of nervous. And oh my goodness, we via Seeker galore right now. We have, how many puzzle times in our discard pile? Just the 2, okay. I wish we could use Teammates right now. Oh man, 3 VS Seekers. We have 1 VS Seeker left though, so we should be okay. So yeah, let's just Sycamore, discard our hand, discarding 3 VS Seekers. Can we find a Dimension Valley or not is my question. And there is a Dimension Valley. We'll put that on the field. We will, Town Map. There's a DCE. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Special Charge. Shuffle some DCs back to our deck. Okay. We will Fighting Free out this guy. And we will Night March for the knockout. And with this, we'll grab a DCE for the next turn. Alright, so 170, whatever. We'll go down to 2 prize cards. We'll grab the DC. Like I said, we get DC onto the Pumpkaboo, Shaymin, and hopefully hit a Target Whistle to knock out a Shaymin. Oh, no, Target Whistle is in the discard pile, so we need double puzzle. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen. And can my opponent even find anything? They have used a lot of resources already. So Acrobite, going to discard a Pokemon Ranger, okay. they might just be in a bad situation. They might just lose regardless. And there's a victory screen coming out. My opponent does not have anything. And there is the Night March deck. You can see how strong it is and how many different combinations we have. Like, we did so many different things. You can see why Catcher is such a good card. Hopefully you enjoy this video. It is 40 minutes long, but it's a really good video. Hopefully you enjoyed this Saturday testing for Worlds. Let's look at our opponent's deck. Yeah, they did not play a Vileplume, which is probably the better card to play with instead of Vesqueen. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't played the deck. He plays one Why are the different Yamas? Maybe he doesn't have enough of the other. Your opponent reveals his or her hand, Speed Eye for 40, or Yanma. Neither one has free treat. I guess this one might be better. Discarding. Oh no, neither one. Actually, none of these are good. Like, they're all pretty bad. Like, I don't know which one you'll play. I guess this one to see your opponent's hand, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see this deck for sure one day. Don't worry about it. We'll see this deck. Maybe a Vileplume, maybe not. I'm not 100% sure. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great Saturday. Hit that subscribe button. Alrighty. Bye. Alright, guys. I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.